We heard it after Sandy Hook. You heard it after Aurora. You heard it after Arizona. You heard it after Parkland. That these mass shootings are the result of somebody suffering with mental illness, and the only thing that we can do is address this as a mental illness problem. So let's get the facts straight right away. First, those suffering with mental illness are far more likely to be victims of crimes than perpetrators. 2, our recent study of 235 mass shootings found that only 22% were conducted by somebody suffering from mental illness. 3, if you believe that mental illness is the root cause of this problem, then why, to my Republican colleagues, did you spend a year trying to gut the single biggest payer of mental health care in this country in Medicaid? You put forth a bill to cut $800 billion out of a bedrock program that enabled millions of Americans to get access to the mental health care that they need. Addiction services, counseling, you tried to cut it. The essential health benefits package that allows for millions of others to be able to access that treatment, you tried to take away as well. The harsh reality of the epidemic of gun violence that we see across this country, with nearly 100 people losing their lives a day, over 1,300 children dying every year at the hand of a gun, is that it does not discriminate. It touches far too many families across our nation, and the scars of which so many have to carry on for years ahead. We have the power to do something about this, and yet our government refuses to. We have now placed that burden on the shoulders of high school students to try to make up for our inaction. At some point, we all have to ask ourselves, why are we forcing our children to make up for the lack of responsibility of our government? We have heard so many people say that the resistance to meaningful gun violence legislation has been the campaign contributions made from the NRA. I am sick and tired of giving the NRA the power over our people. The NRA has 5 million members. There are 320 million people in this country. Let's not build them up to a giant that they are not. Let's recognize that the 5 million members there are counterbalanced by the 320 million people that are yearning to actually make good on the promise of sending your kid to school and not worrying whether they come home or not. If we band together, if we make this an issue in November, if we vote on this issue, we will win. We can protect our kids, we can protect our schools, we can protect our concerts, we can protect our movie theaters, we can protect our society. But this is in our hands. We're not going to abrogate this or derogate that responsibility to somebody else to allow them to make that choice for us. Folks, we have that ability and responsibility now to go out there and make this opportunity ours to protect our future. We can do this.